At Delray Buick GMC, we're proud to help you with your vehicle needs every step of the way. Whether you're looking to upgrade to a brand new model, get behind the wheel of a pre-owned vehicle, or receive helpful repairs and efficient service, our team is dedicated to ensuring you feel comfortable, confident, and taken care of. We've won the General Motors Mark of Excellence Award 6 times, proof of our commitment to quality customer service. Upgrade your dealership experience at Delray Buick GMC. It matters where you buy your car.
Good morning, Delray Beach. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jamil.
And we are here at one of our favorite places in town. Look around us. We'll give them a guess. Where do you think we are?
You want me to guess?
No, we'll give them a second to guess. Yeah. Well, we were somewhere else, now we're here, and I love this location.
I do.
You know why? Because I love all of the beautiful vehicles here.
You know what? I've never really heard somebody say they love being in a car dealership.
I've never felt that way, actually.
Even when you're buying
I usually
a car.
run away and like terrified. But
I
here,
like
it's a great experience.
So, you know, a lot of people, the reason why I have the hat on, because, you know, I keep looking at this truck and I'm thinking like, okay.
Oh, this is your truck purchasing hat?
Yes, I keep looking at this truck.
He has some money in there? Let me see. Is there money in there?
Nah. So, I like the hat. My cowboy side is coming out. I just don't have the spurs on the back of my Timbs right now, but
you know, if you're gonna go, you gotta go full on. Jamil.
Well, my Wrangler jeans were too tight, so I didn't really want to wear them on the show either. So I had the Wrangler jeans and everything.
Well, I like this dressed down casual Jamil look.
Well,
this is for your tailgate.
Well, a good friend of mine told me, he was like, man, you know what? Come out the suit.
Okay.
He dressed down a little bit, and I did. But so the hat is for the people that like hats. I'm gonna put the hat to the side right now.
Well, yeah, some people don't like hats, so you know you don't want to upset the non-hat liking people.
Throw the hat.
Well,
over
wait,
on the
we need people to vote. Do you prefer Jamil in a suit or dressed down? Let's see what the viewers think. So comment below and let us know what you think.
I like that. Yeah, just let us know.
I want to know. How do you prefer him?
And with
dressed
my crazy
down?
socks on with my suit.
I like you can wear crazy socks with anything. I think that's a look for you. I love it. Okay, so obviously we are here at Delray Buick GMC, one of our favorite places, one of our sponsors for the show. Really great people, incredible cars.
Yes, I love it here. I mean, the energy is different. I mean, they even talk about the things that they do with their staff.
Yeah.
I mean, I never really thought of a car dealership being this way.
Being like a family, and that's really what it is here. Speaking of family, what did you do over the weekend?
Oh man, this past weekend. Well, my son had a youth football game. They actually won.
You coach that too, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So he doesn't just coach Atlantic High. He also coaches his son. So like, you know, he's like me where we have 84 jobs.
Yes.
Eventually we'll figure that out.
So yeah, he had a game on Saturday. I was at the field on Saturday. It was storming. He did well. You know, they won the game 7-0. But then it started like a torrential downpour as soon as the game finished. There was usually rain, and we're talking about climate change.
Warning.
You'll get a warning.
Yeah.
You know, but this cloud just snuck up on us, just crept in.
Yeah.
It just opened up.
And then it was like, bam. Yeah, it's like you used to get like a little trickle, a little drizzle, and then it came down. Now it's just like full-on monsoon.
Full on. So you can picture my hair on that day.
Your hair was just like mine, very frizzy.
So what did you do? What did you do this week?
Well, so first, last week, my shop, A Little Wild, opened. You guys got a sneak peek of that before I guess we had just opened when you guys came in. It was wonderful. We had great people. We sold a lot, Jamil, which is a good problem, obviously, but we didn't anticipate how many people were gonna come. So we sold out of a lot of stuff. So people kept coming in and we were like, So now we're scrambling to get more merchandise, which we did a drop yesterday and we'll do another one on Friday. So every Friday, if you wanna come shop, that's gonna be your day, or Saturday, because we have all new stuff. Wow.
So all my fellas out there too, just know this. There will be a section for socks and ties.
Yes.
I'm speaking into
existence.
We're
working on it. We're working on it. He did. We're working on it because I think, especially for the holidays, great gift to give yourself, give somebody else. It's a lot of fun. And I've been asked for probably the past decade, when am I going to do men's? I did the ties one time, which you modeled.
Yes,
I wish we had a clip of that. That was good. You rocked that runway. That was for Delray Fashion Week for the Achievement Center. And yeah, it was so much fun. So I think we're going to do some of that. So stay tuned. Follow us at A Little Wild because you'll see all the wild things we're doing over there. And then I had soccer game for my daughter, and it was very hot. I wish it rained on us because it was very hot.
Oh wow.
Very hot. But I think that leads into our next guest, or our first guest, because we got to talk about the climate change, especially here in Delray Beach. Being a beach town, it's important.
Well, I think too, yeah, and bringing on our next guest, and before we actually do that, I think there's things that each city should be doing it.
Yes.
You know, so if everybody do their small part, we can make a big change.
Absolutely.
You know, big. So let's really hear from Mr. Edwards on what we're doing here in Delray Beach.
And Ken Edwards is the Sustainability Officer for the City of Delray Beach.
Let's go. Come on over.
Hi, welcome. How are you? Good to see you. So we're talking about a very important subject, but I like the fact that you guys are making it fun. So it's not just all serious stats and scaring all of us, which we need to be a little scared, frankly, but you're making it fun.
Well, it is an important issue, but there are different ways to address climate change. And the art aspect, especially here in Delray Beach, it just seems like a natural way to get people thinking and like you say, bring it to the forefront of thoughts, but make it more interesting and more fun.
Absolutely.
So when you talk about the art culture here in Delray, how are you guys merging the two? When you talk about climate change and art, how are you merging the two? What's going on with that?
Well, I mean, the title of the event is Climate and Art. And the first event for the city of Delray Beach was back in 2015. It wasn't with the art community, but after that, there was a really strong association. And there are other entities around the United States that have had the climate and art because sciences and arts really go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
They are creative, they are thoughtful processes. So here, through the Chamber of Commerce and the DDA and other partners, we have worked with them, and they have sessions that they have developed, and it really was just a natural working with the city and through our partners.
Okay, so what are some of the impacts that we're seeing here locally in Delray Beach due to climate change? What are some of the things that we're witnessing?
That's a really good question, and one of the focuses for this year's event, because it's really easy to look on the news, and there are a lot of effects that you see around the world, or even within the country with fires and some of the floods that have been not seen in centuries. But to bring it home right here in Delray Beach, sea level rise. Over the last 100 years, based on direct measurements, sea level has come up about 8 inches, and it changes from place to place.
Yeah.
But over the last 20 years, sea level has risen 4 inches. So it's an increasing rate of change. And so that's one effect, and shoreline erosion and effect on seawalls and that kind of thing are some effects.
So I don't know if some people really understand like what is happening with that. So, and it's not saying that we will probably see it in our time, but when you look at our kids and our grandchildren, the impact, like people are saying that the Barrier Island may be non-existent, you know, and they're looking at 40 years from now or half a century. Is that true? Like how is that?
Well, that's where it's important for people to be understanding what's going on now. And I would like to talk about some of the ways that we can plan and projects to address. The models do indicate that sea level is going to continue, like I said, it is increasing. And so it really is a matter of looking at those elevation changes in water and the elevation of the existing land. And at some point, you know, certain lands are going to be submerged. If you look in the Keys now and what they're doing to plan for climate change, it is really advanced. There were even, not sure if it was last year or the year before, but there was a 3-month period where some roads were just 10 years ago, they were generally passable. They were flooded for 3 months straight.
Wow.
And especially in a place like the Keys too, where you don't have so many roads because it's only so big, that's a huge impact. You're taking away a lot of roadway for people.
If you're here in Delray Beach and you haven't really witnessed what climate change and what sea level rise is doing, I can tell you, take a walk down Marine Way.
Yeah.
If you don't know where it is, it's the street down on the backside of Delray Marina, also down behind Deck 84. You'll see the impact that sea level rise has really done to those residents that's
and
over
the roads there.
The roadways. I mean, you look around the King Tide period, people have water. I mean, their yards are flooded. They can't even drive on their own driveway. You know, so the road is really closed during that period. What are we doing to really assist those residents in that area? Because I know they've been complaining for years about what's going on. What are we going to do? I know we've been trying to work with federal stuff, with the federal government also to assist with that. But what is the city of Delray doing to really help?
Yeah, we used that area as one of our focuses for an event. So on Friday morning, we actually have, starting at Veterans Park, a presentation, and then we're going to do a walking tour. So it's outdoors.
Oh, great.
We're going to live stream also, but we're focusing on some of the planning and the construction that the city has done.
That's wonderful.
So along Marine Way there, a few weeks ago, when there was a king tide, they put up a tiger dam, which is basically just a tube, 2 feet or so in diameter, that they fill with water. And it is heavy and it's plastic, so it blocks the water from coming underneath. And it's basically a temporary seawall. So that's a temporary measure because with the water and the flooding, it has damaged the road and the other effects there. So this is a temporary fix while they're putting the plans for construction in place to raise the seawall.
Right.
The seawall will be raised there, and other drainage features will be put in. And
right. So
there's also things at City Marina and at Veterans Park, but I'll just
right. So when I look at that, right, when you raise the seawall here in Delray, our neighbors to the south and our neighbors to the north, what happens to that?
Well, it is a very localized kind of problem. So when you're talking about one parcel, the next parcel may affect the one next to it, but the way the water flows, it's not going to be citywide. But we do need to have a citywide answer for the private parcels and for the city. The city has taken action, and there is an ordinance for seawalls, which addresses the elevation and the timeframes for replacement when they are at a certain functional level, when they'll need to be replaced. And that's on the commission agenda in October. I forget which date, but it's really important for people to pay attention to that, and it will address that exact issue.
And so you're talking all the serious, hard questions.
I'm sorry.
But I'm going to ask you, and no, these are important things that we all need to discuss, and I'm sure will be addressed during this week. But I want to talk about the art. I'm a little biased, being a creative person. I want to hear about how you're connecting this to art, because I think that's something that's making this so special. And also, it's going to be a little different this year. So for people who've come in the past, what can they expect this year as opposed to in the years previous?
Well, as opposed to years previous, I'm a little stumped on that question, because all of the different artistic approaches are interesting to me, but all a little bit different also.
Yeah.
But what can people expect? Arts Garage has a exhibit that they have up. They have 3 artists that are coming in on October 1st, and they're going to have a opening reception with them and a video that will stream. Dr. Gary Rose is a famous underwater photographer.
Oh, cool.
And so some of his underwater work, and obviously the tie-in to the ocean there. Arts Warehouse has a couple of exhibits that they have on. One of them is repurposing recycling material, and again, the tie-in from what people do, because that's one of the real messages that we wanted to have.
Absolutely.
Was things that we do on a daily basis are important, and climate change is affecting us on a daily basis. So we also have the First Friday Art Walk, and I think there are going to be several different galleries that have climate change influence exhibits there. So a lot of activities, very interesting tie into climate change.
Okay. Yeah. So back from the art.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about climate change. All right. Now we got the art in a little. I got little art.
So looking at the city of Delray and reducing our carbon footprint, what are some of those measures that we're taking here in the city to actually do that?
That's a great question.
It is a very long process that's necessary in order to do that. And I will say, in our comprehensive plan, it actually says that we will develop a plan to reduce our greenhouse gases. We had a greenhouse gas inventory report done, and the 2 major generators of CO2 are our building operations, so air conditioning, lighting, that kind of thing, and transportation. Right. So we are in discussions right now, because it will mean looking at our buildings, renovations, how we run our air conditioning, what kind of equipment, what kind of insulation we have, and looking at our vehicles also. And we're coming from a fleet, like a lot of places are, where they are more fossil fuel oriented. And so we're just in the initial stages, but those are the two main areas that we're going to have to.
Right. I really have to applaud the city on just certain measures to getting away from the plastic straws, to going to passing the ordinance to go to the paper straws. I know at one point they were trying to get rid of styrofoam containers. You know, I know there's a huge partnership also with Waste Management in doing certain things. Can you talk more about the recycling efforts as well? I know at one point a lot of people don't see the importance of it, but I want you to just really touch on it, because I think, and this is why I'm getting into it, because at one point I always thought like living for the now. It's not going to impact me now, so I can just do whatever I got to do. I don't have to recycle anything.
You were part of the problem, Jamel.
I was, but now my children, you know, now I've become, I'm a parent now, I'm a dad, so now I start thinking about what is it going to be for my kids? You know, what am I going to leave for them? And my grandkids and things of that nature. So I think my mindset has shifted. And I think too, we do have a lot of selfish people out there that only think about the now and think about themselves and don't think about the later generations right. You know, so I don't know if there's anything else that you have going in your wheelhouse that you want to share with everybody as a sustainability officer that people probably don't know about.
Well, on recycling, there is a shift in the thinking on that, because I've been a long time recycler, being involved in environmental protection for a long time. So I was very avid about getting the right kinds of materials and keeping them clean. But as issues like markets for recycled materials, and actually sorting out contamination, communicating to the community, and putting together what may seem to be a simple system, but then separating out a number 4 plastic from a number 5 plastic, it is more complicated than you might think.
Yeah.
So going forward, there's a thought to really simplify the recycling process, to really focus on those materials that are more marketable and make it even more straightforward for people. And
is there a difference in a clear plastic bag, a clear trash bag, and a black or dark colored trash bag? What's the difference? Because I think a lot of people get that. Do you know the difference?
No.
It really depends on the type of plastic. So the color wouldn't be as important as they actually will have a symbol on there with the number.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you know, it's very interesting. And I think, we have to applaud the city too for even having a position like yours here to take a stance and try to make a difference, because there's so many places that are like, it's not our problem, not our problem. The former Jamel, who was like, it's somebody else can deal with it.
Yeah.
But but taking a stance and having you really analyzing these things and putting together events for the community, like this event this weekend, where people really are seeing the effects and putting it in a way that maybe is a little easier for a lot of people to understand, because it is very complicated, like you said. So I think being able to communicate it in a way that's also, celebrating art and the artists who are also studying these things and their take on it, I think is very, very special.
And when you talk about the art piece, it reminds me of the Highwaymen, when they had the exhibit, because that
was very cool.
When they were coming to Florida, they painted nothing but just natural wildlife, just a natural Florida, and I think that's something that
now it's a neighborhood.
Right, it's a concrete jungle. That's what I call it at the end of the day. A concrete jungle. But when I ride along A1A up in Jupiter area, up in the Treasure Coast, you have a lot of wildlife reserves along A1A.
Yes,
natural preserves that they're not letting people just build up on. Down here, we really don't have that, whatsoever. So I know. Well, I'm gonna stop talking about it, but I know we got other people to come on.
I know this is a good subject, and I think we need to have you back on again to talk about these things, because I think these are important subjects that we need to keep reminding people of, and I think having this yearly event does that. It's a refresh of, hey, still a problem. Let's still continue the conversation.
Yes.
So thank you for all that you're doing. And do you have any last comments, or if people want to find out information, where can they come?
Yes, 2 things. First of all, the message from the event is climate change really is happening. We need to understand that it is impacting us now going to impact us more. Good news is that there are things that we can do to address it. The city is doing those things, and we'd like to reach out to the community on tree planting, stormwater, and neighborhood improvements.
Wonderful.
And you can find out more by going to our social media sites on Facebook and Instagram, and they will have a link there to go to the full schedule.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And we'll make sure you guys get that link so you can find out about all the events happening during this weekend.
Well, thank you.
Thank you
Mr.
so
Ellis.
much.
Very much.
We appreciate you and all that you're doing.
Yes. So, Climate and Art Weekend. I think that's, it was really my first time really hearing about it when we were bringing them on the show, but I think that sounds like an interesting event.
Oh, it is. In the past, it's been wonderful. I mean, just all of the artists and seeing their take on it and seeing how, whether it's they're using different recycled materials to make art or it's underwater photography like he was speaking of. It's really so inspiring to see how many different people have something to say and they're doing it through art.
Right. And I think hopefully we can get things out there for a lot of kids really to come out there and see so that they can really start seeing what they can do on
well,
their
that's
level.
what they did when I was in elementary school. Like, we were like brainwashed really about recycling, like to the point where I used to come home and yell at my parents about recycling because their generation, that wasn't a big thing.
Right.
And so I'd come home and be like, we need to recycle this and that. And my mom was like, what are they teaching you in school? But it stuck with me. And I think to your point, if we teach them young about the importance of these things, then when they get to be adults, it's like no brainer.
Yeah, and I think the last point, and then we'll move on. But I think the thing that I was getting to about the trash bags, I know a lot of people were saying that if you use a clear trash bag, it's easier for when it gets to the garbage site or the dump site for them to look and see what's in. But if you use a dark colored trash bag, that bag just may be going to the landfill.
Yeah, they just don't want to mess with it.
Right.
Because I mean, for their safety too, you don't know what's in it.
Right. There you go.
So I like that. I'm gonna have to get clear trash bags. Thank you. That's something I learned today.
I learned that Miss Janet Meeks brought that up to me.
That's a great point. That's a really great point. Well, we're going to continue to talk about fun things, and we have the Chamber Awards are coming up. So we have Chief Caffeine Strategist Sean Hall from Viral Vision Marketing on to talk about all the party things because you are...
What's your title?
Chief Caffeine Strategist.
And he did bring caffeine today. And so I am always extra excited when Sean comes because he comes with goodies.
Well, plus, whenever I come, there's the unwritten rule that I'm your production assistant. So I like to make sure you've got your coffee and you're good and ready and prepared
Did you
for
pick
the
up
show.
my dry cleaning?
You know, I have my people working on that. So. You know, at Viral Vision Marketing, we drink coffee, we make magic. So
yes, you do.
Chief Caffeine Strategist. You give me some coffee, I'll give you a strategy.
And I have to say,
Give me some vodka, I'll give you a strategy.
He comes in. Oh my. He comes in. We got you coffee, and today now you need something even harder. Now he's asking for more. You give the man an inch, and he's taking a mile. So, I mean, and just to put in perspective for everyone, just how dedicated you are to your craft. He was making these hilarious TikTok videos, and every time he comes, he thinks so creatively, and he's like, I'm gonna do da 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 da, and I was like, wait, you just came up with that? You just walked in the door. And I think that's what you want in a marketing partner, is somebody who thinks outside of the box, is also looking at trends, because you saw this trending video, and he made it his own. I mean, I was very impressed. I think we need to step up our game, and we have somebody who knows how to do it.
Right, I agree. We need to figure that out.
On top of that, we also share something else that's in common.
What's that?
What's that?
We were both nominated for the Crystal Palm Community Service Award. Well, all three of us.
Competition.
Right?
Listen,
No,
listen,
it's gonna be great.
This award show, I mean, it's better than MTV Awards. It's better than the Billboard Source Awards. It's better than the Emmys. It's better than all of that, I think.
It's like Delray's Oscars, really.
I know, right? It's the Oscars.
I'm like, wow, yeah. I mean, it's wonderful.
biased.
I think we are a little biased here. I mean, the thing is, it's celebrating community members who love this town, give back to this town, and have business in this town. And I think it is a really special time to recognize people who have worked hard all year. I mean, there's so many people that are not nominated also that work very hard, but it's so interesting just to see the community come together and recognize. And being a former recipient, I mean, it makes such a difference for you as a business person here to feel appreciated when you are working really hard, and to have people recognize that it's a very special thing, and everyone gets dressed up, and it's a ton of fun.
So what are some of the categories?
So we talked about the category that we're in, which is the Crystal Palm Community Service Award, where it's Delray Morning Live with you two. It's myself and then former Mayor Jeff Pearlman. We're the 3 nominees.
Oh, I'm out. Jeff can't compete with Jeff.
I don't think we
I saw
can
Jeff
compete with
name, and
that.
I'm like, I'm just happy to be nominated.
But you're looking at it all wrong. It is an honor for
It is
us
an
to
honor.
be
To
in the
have my
presence
name-
of you two gentlemen.
To have my name
we'll
next
take
to y'all,
it.
to you and Jeff,
We'll take it.
I'll take that.
I mean, I'm
We'll
just
take-
happy
we'll
to be
take a sit.
invited here every once in a while to help you guys out.
Yeah.
So some of the other categories we've got, Business of the Year. So our good friends at Master Wing Creative Agency.
Amazing.
Up for that. We all know their work.
Yep.
Robes Law Firm, who is always involved in community service projects. Like I know the stuff that I'm involved in, like Slack by the Sea and Get Dirty in Delray, like Robes is always that first call, like how do we get involved? So they're always involved in the community, which is great. And then my personal favorite is Lionfish. Like since they opened, that's been like my spot. Like friends, family in town, we're going to Lionfish. Can't figure out what to eat, going to Lionfish.
Yeah.
Like, it's been phenomenal.
I think a lot of people feel that way also about Lionfish. Like you hear everybody always talking about Lionfish. We're still trying to figure out how we get one of those fish.
Nope.
Those
But
fish
I
drinks.
think too, when you go into that place, I mean, it's just the way they make you feel.
Yes,
as well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
so
the level of service and hospitality, and just quality and dedication to their product. And I mean, those are 3 good options.
Yeah.
So whoever wins, it's so well deserved. And for all 3 of them, it's so well deserved.
And then we've got, well, we already talked about the Crystal Palm Service Award. Nonprofit of the Year, which I think, I like the fact that this is an actual award, right? Delray Beach has so many people that run so many amazing nonprofits. Like, the decision to narrow this down to 3 must have been
Impossible. I'm glad that wasn't on me because that's impossible task.
I'm personally involved in 3 of them. Like,
Yeah.
So to have to pick 3 out of the many that are here, but we've got the Milagro Center, which has been, I mean they've been doing a staple in Delray for years. Eat Better, Live Better, which came up out of 2020, I believe. Deborah's doing some great things with that, so happy to see them there. And then my good friend George Gann at the Institute for Regional Conservation. I'm happy to see they're getting a nomination. It goes right along with the interview that we just did about keeping things sustainable and economic sustainability. So. So that's good.
A tough pick. Yeah, when I think about some of the nonprofits, it's like, wow. Yeah. But you know, the good thing about it, like Eat Better Live, they're coming around. I mean, I never heard of the conservation one, but that's really good.
Oh yeah, take a look at that. Like they're doing some really good things.
Yeah.
George is in my leads group. I've had a chance to talk to him several times. I mean, great guy, great foundation. So.
Oh man, this is.
And then the last one is Business Person of the Year. Now this is also a tough one because Delray Beach. I mean, especially being involved in the chamber, we have some amazing business people.
Yes, we do.
So this year the nominees are Anna Hess, obviously Hess Events, very deserving. I mean, she does. I mean, just I'm in awe of the stuff that she puts out on a daily basis. Good friend of mine, Allison Turner. We all know Allison from Batcat Media. Yeah, her and Jack have an incredible business. She's an amazing business person.
Yes.
I know mentors a lot of people and is always looking to give back. And then our good friend Johnny Mackey. I mean, can't say enough nice things about John. I mean, he's just, so that's another one that's. How do you pick? Like
it's hard. I don't know who had to narrow this down to these nominations, but because they needed the vodka that day.
I think personally with John Mackey, I mean I had a little small flood situation at my house and he came through and really took care of us and really walked us through that whole process. And
changing lives.
Oh man. Yeah. And and then also to see what he's doing also in the nonprofit world and also giving back. Man, so
incredible.
It's gonna be tough. So voting is open today through October 4th.
And how do you vote?
So you vote by emailing marketing@delraybeach.com. And just let them know out of the 3 who you vote for in each category.
So there's not the thing where you click like last year.
Yeah, so like if you were to email marketing@delraybeach.com, which is a great place to vote. Like let's just say you were voting for Crystal Palm Service Award and it's SHAUN is how you spell Sean. Just for example's sake.
He comes on our show.
You spell Sean with a J.
There's a J and an A. It's 2 people. Look, but if we win, 2 people win. See, so you can get two
I mean,
winners with a prize.
realistically, I'm happy to be nominated. Like, if
So
you
are
guys
we. I'm
win,
just
I'm good.
teasing you.
If Jeff
We're
wins,
just
I'm good.
teasing
I really think you're really like part of the show anyway.
Yeah,
I kind of
he is.
bring a little
He's our
pizzazz every
unofficial
once in a
third.
while.
The unofficial third.
Every time you need something done, I'm always willing to step up and whatnot. So, but we're going to give these awards out at the Party in Paradise.
Oh.
Which is always a fun event.
Always a fun event.
You got me at party.
Also, if you need to vote, there's also a form on the Chamber's website, delraybeach.com.
Okay.
So you can vote via form. Apparently, that's the preferred way to do it if you don't want to email in, but Sarah
He
will be
just wants to
glad
make sure that he gets your votes in.
Yeah,
that's what's happening. He just wants to make sure he goes right to the source with his.
Yeah, right to the source. So thank you, Sarah, for that. But
so when is this event?
Party in Paradise is something that the Chamber's been doing for a number of years now. It's one of their main fundraisers. Because as you know, the Chamber provides amazing programming for the community all year round. I mean, they've got the real estate roundtable, the nonprofit council, they've got a restaurant roundtable. I mean, the amount of programming that the Chamber does, especially like forward facing and then even behind the scenes for the city, is phenomenal. So I love to be able to give back to the Chamber whenever I can. And Party in Paradise is one of those events where everybody kind of gets to get a little dressed up, go and support a good cause. This year we are doing it at the Ray Hotel is where we're going to have that.
Beautiful.
It's a private event that you have to get tickets for. Tickets are $125 per person. That gets you, and this is what I'm excited about.
Ooh.
You know me, gets you 2 drinks.
Oh, Jamel.
Which I'm in on that right there.
Jamel is 2. Jamel's in.
2 drinks.
I'll take the 2.
You also get Chef's Choice as entree, appetizer, entree. Yeah, just some Chef's Choice of food. Which, if you haven't been to any of the restaurants at the Ray yet, I mean,
food and drinks, Jamel. We're there.
It's going to be basically.
That's all we need.
It's guaranteed to be the best selection possible.
Yum.
Food. I don't want to disclose it here yet because I want you to buy tickets and show up, but it's going to be amazing. There's going to be dancing.
So this is indoor, outdoor. How is this? Is this up on the? So it's both, or does it be indoor and outdoor?
It's going to be indoor and outdoor. We're pretty much taking over. So.
Taking over the Ray.
So that's really going to be pretty
epic. Yeah, we're sparing no expense for this. We are going big because obviously with 2020 being 2020, we couldn't really do things to the extent that we wanted to. So this year, we're really going to go hard, and we're going to do that. So we're going to actually... Siri and my watch
Siri wants to come. Siri wants to come as well.
So there's a place in the Ray called the Cube.
What's that?
It's a really cool section that they've kind of opened up that's, kind of like I said, kind of indoor, outdoor. That's where we're going to be taking over. It's where we're going to have it.
Right.
It's
perfect.
I mean, really a phenomenal space.
All right, so in your radio voice right now, if you're on the radio and you're selling this event, Paradise in
Party in Paradise,
go ahead. You got it.
Delray Beach. This year, we have the premium event for you. It's called Party in Paradise to support the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce. For only $125 a person, you will get dinner, you will get dancing, and you get to witness the Oscars of Delray Beach and the award ceremony where somebody on this stage right now is going to win an award, hopefully. So we hope to see everybody out on that. I didn't tell you the actual date, which is October 14th.
Yeah, that's kind of important. They're going to be there tomorrow.
I mean, you should be at the Ray every day. But October 14th is when this is going down.
Say that again. You should be at the Ray.
You should be at the Ray every day.
Oh.
I think that's good.
They're sending you a bill. They're sending you a bill, man.
So it's going to be October 14th. The event is 6 to 9 p.m. You get to witness the award ceremony, as I said.
Oh, so see, you gotta help this man win an award on his birthday, Sean.
Listen,
guys, you gotta vote. It's his birthday gift. He needs a trophy for his birthday.
21, knock and drink, baby.
Yeah.
I'm legal.
So we are super excited to bring this event to our beloved Ray Hotel, which is the hottest hotel in town right now. I mean, everybody is talking about trying to get into Ember, trying to get into Rosewater, trying to get a room. I mean, I took a tour. Those rooms are fantastic. It's in the heart of Pineapple Grove, which there's so much to do and see down there, which is awesome. But yeah, also you have a chance to double the fun and spend the evening at the spot where all the cool kids are going to be, like us. We'll be there, dressed up. I'll have my finest Hawaiian shirt on. So
celebrating his birthday.
Can I wear my hat?
You can wear your hat.
You can wear your hat.
Yeah, you can wear your hat.
Sweet.
So that's Party in Paradise, which everybody should buy a ticket for and plan on attending. Again, it's your chance to celebrate the best of Delray and to help give back to the Chamber of Commerce, which does so much for Delray Beach.
Right.
So.
Tickets are growing fast.
Speaking of, we have to give a shout out to the Chamber for the Focus on Women event.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was amazing. They worked so hard on this event. And it was beautiful. Every inch was decorated. And there were so many fun activities, activations, goodies. You should have seen the spread of food. They had a dessert spread, a Chick-fil-A spread. They had all the things.
I seen the pictures.
Delicious.
I wasn't able to go to it, but I seen the pictures.
It was so much fun. It was so delicious, and they worked so hard. And we've been talking about it for a while, so we had to give a little recap on what happened. And it was definitely worth the wait, and definitely worth being at. So.
I heard Bellarena set up their little mini spa.
Oh,
which
it was
is fantastic.
gorgeous. People were getting their hands moisturized and facials, and I mean all kinds of things. And it was
Nancy
just
does a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and
I mean,
everyone had a blast.
Yeah, we had I couldn't make it because we had a promotional filming event for our Get Dirty in Delray.
Okay.
Do Good Delray event.
Yeah.
So I was upset to miss that. Angel invited me afterwards to help come clean up. I obviously was a little busy, perfecting my radio voice. So.
Oh my word.
It looked like an amazing time, and it's just one of the
great.
things that the Chamber does to help give back and to highlight some of those local businesses, which right now, I mean, all three of us have ventures that we desperately need to grow. Probably more than we should, but it is what it is. We've also got other fun events transitioning. The first one was going to be our YPAD event, which is tonight at Ember Grill. That sold out in record time. I might not even be able to bring my wife because I usually register myself and her the day of, and it sold out.
Maybe you should let her go and not you.
I thought about it.
That would be the nice thing to do,
yeah.
Sean.
Yeah,
send her instead of yourself.
Yeah, maybe I'll just send her and she can take my spot.
You sit back at home.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a horrible idea, but it is Ember Grill, and there are sacrifices that have to be made.
That is true.
But no, I'll bring her along. But yeah, it sold out. So all of our events have been selling out. I don't think we've had one event this year that hasn't sold out.
Everyone's excited.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. Because our Halloween event, which is next month, is already sold out too. It's going to be at Death or Glory. It's going to be a great time. But we will be at Rosewater at the Ray Hotel in November. So if you're watching this and you're under the age of 40 and you're a young professional here, seriously, go to delraybeach.com/events and register yourself for the November event at Rosewater today.
And listen, when you're at Rosewater, you really think that you don't feel that you're in Delray Beach.
No, you don't.
And that's the rooftop bar area.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, you really don't know that you're here. You feel that you're in Vegas somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done a phenomenal job up there. And like you said, when you're up there, you don't even feel it because, the view is amazing. The view of the sunset there is phenomenal. Yes. The cocktail program's great. The light bites you can get up there, phenomenal.
And then the weather is changing right now, so you're really getting that fall weather. So
I can't wait.
Man. It's not really muggy out. So
because we're officially fall, I did wear a quarter zip today because I'm in that mindset. Even though Florida decides that we're not fall yet,
no, we're not.
I am still going to wear jeans and a quarter zip because, why not?
We're always late on everything anyways.
Yeah, so that's sold out. So we got more fun stuff, though.
What's next?
The Economic Development and Government Affairs Friday Forum is coming up on October 1st, so this Friday at 8 a.m. We're going to give a Palm Beach County tourism update. This is going to be a free event via Zoom, so feel free to log in for that. If you want to register, again, delraybeach.com/events is where you go for that. Special guest speaker is going to be George, who's the president and CEO of Discover the Palm Beaches. So it'll be a really good update to kind of get a feel on what's going on locally outside of Delray as far as tourism concerned. And obviously Delray Beach, in my humble opinion, I believe is the tourism heart of Palm Beach County, because why would you want to go anywhere else? So so George is going to talk about that and all of the different things that are going on with tourism, so that'll be fun. Then there's this little event that we were talking about called Party in Paradise, which again, October 14th, will be the highlight of the year. If you're not there, you're gonna get FOMO like just no other. You're gonna see pictures, you're gonna see videos, you're gonna see me potentially winning an award or those two potentially winning an award, and you're gonna wish that you were there on October 14th. So again, delraybeach.com/events. You can not only find these events, but everything we have coming up over the next couple of months. Get involved, get active. There's more opportunities for you to volunteer, for you to promote your business. And if you're not a member of the Chamber of Commerce yet, please sign up. I can't tell you the amount of business that I've got personally from the Chamber of Commerce here in Delray, and it's just one of the best organizations you can be a part of. So reach out to the Chamber, sign up for a membership if you don't have one. I see you watching and you've been on the fence, and now is the day to do it. This is your sign. So let's get that done, guys, and have a wonderful morning.
Yes. Look, the announcements, you talk about all of the events and everything that's going on. You're up for an award? Oh my gosh, that's great too.
We're up for an award. We together, Jamel. So don't be trying to get people to vote for you against me, Jamel. We're a team.
We are a team. We're one. It's Amanda and Jamel. Yes, it is.
We are a team, and if you love us, throw us a vote.
We have Sean. We're up against.
I know.
And
we're
Jeff
up,
Pearlman.
We're up against two incredible people.
This is like, oh my gosh.
It's a little scary. I'm a little scared. You scared?
I'm scared.
I'm a little scared.
Sweating. It's crazy.
That's right. Put your hat on. No one will see it.
But speaking of Jeff Pearlman, one of the former mayors here in Delray, with him and the CRA, it's because of them, of what Delray has become to this day. I mean, this guy's done amazing things for the city of Delray, really catapulted us into where we are. I remember when I was a kid, and I use this a lot, that people, you can at 5 o'clock, you can bowl down Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah.
Just playing, but now that can't happen.
No.
And I think is due to Jeff Pearlman's leadership when he was on the dais, and the CRA and other groups at that time that really made things like this happen. So a lot of people may look at it and say, oh, this sucks, it's bad. It took away our village by the sea, but no, Delray has grown a lot. So I have to commend you for that, Mr. Pearlman. Yes, but we're taking you down.
You're bad.
I know, but it's all love and respect for Mr. Pearlman.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Well, this was another great show.
This was.
In a beautiful town.
In a beautiful town by a beautiful truck.
My beautiful truck. I know. I'm just waiting for the day that you drive out with one. Your wife is not going to like me for saying that.
It's rubber.
It's coming.
Yeah,
I feel it. It's coming.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So you know what? Thank you guys very much for joining us today on our show.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, go by a little while over on 2nd Avenue. You'll be able to see Amanda. Make sure you stop by her shop. All right, and if you get in a car accident, slip or fall, make sure you give 1-800-CALL-E a call. That's how we do it, baby. We'll take care of you. Then again, have a Delray day. We love you. Peace.
Here at Delray Buick GMC, we're proud to help you with your vehicle needs every step of the way. With your goals at the forefront of our minds, we offer quality service, useful knowledge, a listening ear, and a friendly face. Whether you're looking to upgrade to a brand new model, get behind the wheel of a pre-owned vehicle, or receive helpful repairs and efficient service, our team is dedicated to ensuring you feel comfortable, confident, and taken care of. We also take pride in providing you with a top-notch experience that goes beyond purchasing a vehicle. We offer services in our state-of-the-art service center with a team of certified service technicians and assistance with vehicle financing and auto loans. We make sure you get the support you deserve. Our dealership has received the General Motors Mark of Excellence Award 6 times, one of the most prestigious awards in our industry. Upgrade your dealership experience at Delray Buick GMC. It matters where you buy your car.